What if I told you the future of Scream just changed forever, and most fans didn't even see it coming? Here's something that might surprise you. After nearly 30 years, the Scream franchise has just hit its biggest milestone ever. Scream 7 has officially crossed $200 million at the global box office, making it the highest-grossing film in the entire franchise history. Yes, bigger than the originals, bigger than the reboots, bigger than anything Ghostface has ever done before. And just when it seemed like the franchise had reached its peak, something even bigger was announced. Because now, Scream 8 is officially in development. But here's where things get interesting. The next chapter isn't just continuing the story, it's being reimagined. For the first time in a long time, new creative forces are stepping in. Writers Lilla and Nora Zuckerman have been chosen to write Scream 8. And that decision? It could either elevate the franchise to legendary status or completely change what Scream means to fans around the world. Let's take a step back for a second. Scream has never just been about horror, it's always been about people. Fear, survival, trauma, identity. These are the things that made audiences stay, not just the mask, not just the mystery, but the emotional weight behind it all. And that's exactly why this next step matters so much. When Kevin Williamson, the original writer, returned to direct Scream 7, it felt like things had come full circle. And with Neve Campbell returning as Sidney Prescott, fans weren't just watching another sequel. They were watching a legacy continue. Sidney isn't just a character. She represents survival, resilience, and evolution. So naturally, the question now is, where does the story go from here? Lilla and Nora Zuckerman aren't random choices. If you've watched Poker Face, then you already know they understand storytelling in a way that feels fresh, unpredictable, and deeply human. They've worked on shows like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, Suits, Fringe, Prodigal Son. That's not just experience, that's range. They know how to build tension, they know how to develop characters, and most importantly, they know how to keep audiences guessing. Why this changes everything. Here's the truth most people aren't talking about. The success of Scream 7 puts pressure on Scream 8 to be more than just good. It has to be smarter, deeper, more emotionally connected, and still terrifying in its own way, because audiences today aren't just watching movies, they're analyzing them, they're reconnecting with them, they're redeciding within seconds if something is worth their time. This is where things get real. Every time a franchise changes writers, there's a risk. Will it still feel like Scream? Will the tone stay authentic? Will fans accept a new storytelling style? Or will it feel like something completely different? Because let's be honest, fans don't just want another sequel. They want something that feels familiar enough to love, but different enough to matter. This isn't just about one movie. It's about where Hollywood is heading. We're seeing a shift from repetitive, formula-based storytelling to something more intentional, more character-driven, more emotionally grounded. And Scream 8 could be right at the center of that shift. If done right, it won't just continue the franchise, it could redefine it. At the end of the day, fans don't just want Ghostface. They want suspense that feels real, characters they actually care about, twists that make them rethink everything, and moments that stay with them long after the movie ends. That's the challenge. And that's the opportunity. So here's where we stand. Scream 7 just made history. Scream 8 is officially on the way, and new writers are stepping in to shape its future. This isn't just another sequel announcement. It's a turning point, because what happens next will decide whether Scream continues as a legendary franchise or becomes something entirely different. So now I want to ask you, do you think Scream 8 will be the best one yet? Or is this where things start to change too much?